Ja, dat ga ik dan ook terug afgeven. Ja, oké. Even kijken hoe we zien. Right. Ja. Oké. Ja. Oké, super. Merci, Maarten. Hello and welcome everybody to the first class of this year. Normally from this week on, the class will be streamed live online. So normally this is set up for each week. So we're gonna focus today on beginnings, as it's the first class of the new year. So you can get comfortable on your mat, create a tall spine and softness in the shoulders and in the belly. Well, let's first relax into our body in this moment, releasing the fingertips, the tips of your toes, bringing softness into our face. And let's take 3 deep breaths together here. A deep breath in through the nose and gently out through our mouth. In through the nose and out. And last one in and out. So we focused our last classes in 2021 on endings. And these first classes will focus on beginnings. We often start with good intentions and resolutions, and we often put a lot of pressure on ourselves. So in the theme of beginnings today, we're going to talk about or think about trust. So take a moment to see what it brings up to you when you hear the word trust. We're going to create an intention around this word. This could be a trust in yourself, trust in your capacity to create your reality, to create and co-create your perception of what happens. Trust that you're going to draw to you what is meant for you. Make a personal intention around trust. Something that sparks joy and enthusiasm when you think about it. And then connect to your Ujjayi breathing, starting the breath from the belly, moving it up to the ribs, to the chest, and then releasing it back again. Start moving around your hands to loosen the wrists. Start moving the arms. You can make the movement as big as you want, loosening up the shoulders. And then slowly shake your head no, moving the nose from the left towards the right shoulder and back. Moving slowly. And shaking the head yes. And come back to stillness. And even after opening up your eyes, try staying in this peaceful state, this inner state, witnessing the movement, witnessing the breath. And then just slowly open your eyes and blink a couple of times. We're going to start here with a dynamic twist. So we're going to bring the arms up, breathe in. And then twist towards the left side, breathing out. You can allow the arms to open up down towards the mat. And on your inhale, we move back to center. And exhale, twist to the right. Repeat this 2 more times, always inhaling to center, exhaling, twisting. So twice on each side. See if you can bring the lower belly inwards, creating more length in the spine. And then move back to center. Place the hands behind you. Press onto the knees and press your hips up. So if you want to gaze upwards here, breathing in space to the chest. And on the exhalation, releasing and coming into a child's pose. Allow the hips to come down to the heels. And remember, you can always come back to this pose during class. Take a last deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you slowly release. You walk your hands all the way towards the feet and lock your elbows in. Have your feet either at hip distance or a bit wider. And allow the head and neck to become passive. If you wish to loosen the neck more, you can shake the head no here. Switch position on your arms. Bring the right arm up if the left one was up. And then release and walk yourself to a high plank. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha, so the lower abdominals. Ground your hands firmly into the mat. And bend your knees, press to a downward facing dog. Walk your dog. And come high up onto the heels and press the heels down towards the mat. And then come to stillness in your downward facing dog, pressing the hands firmly into the mat, lifting the hips up and high. And deep breaths. Inhale, move back to your plank. And exhale, take 2 steps to the front of the mat, coming into chair pose. Lower the hips down and bring the arms up. Shift your weight into your left foot, deep breath in, and step the right foot back to a low lunge, breathing out. So if you want to lower the hands down onto the knee and shake the shoulders loose, or take your time locking the bandhas. So contracting the pelvic floor muscles and activating the lower abdominals. Deep breath in. And breathing out, we move up to a warrior 2. So we're going to lift back the back knee, open up your back foot, and extend your arms. Deep breath in. Breathing out, we release the arms, step to the front, lengthen the arms up, deep breath in, maybe on the tippy toes, and moving forward, folding. Exhale. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, down to the mat for cobra pose. Inhale, baby cobra or big cobra. And exhale, downward dog. We hold here, ground into the hands and the feet. Think back to your intention. Inhale to high plank. And exhale, step the feet forward. Chair pose. Weight into your right, inhale. And exhale, low lunge. Last breath. And breathing out, up to warrior two. Last breath. And we breathe out, release the pose, step it to the front, and on your inhale, Tadasana, look up, maybe on the tippy toes, and exhale, fold. Inhale, create length in the spine, and exhale, high plank, lower chaturanga down. One of the cobras or the upper dog, inhale, and exhale to downward dog. Two more breaths in our downward facing dog. And then bring the right leg up. Deep breath in. Step your foot forward and breathe out. High lunge. Inhale up to the lunge. We hold here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to release and step it to the front. Keep your right foot where it is. And then move your left leg all the way across the right leg. We take a big step next to our mats. And we're going to open up into a twist. Hands to the head, so the fingers are touching just above the ears. You can even press it a little bit because there's a lot of pressure points here for migraine or headaches. And then open up your chest towards the left side. Standing revolved twist. You might feel this in the left shoulder as well. And now from here, deep breath in. We're going to release the twist in the legs. Step our left foot back to the high lunge and twist to the opposite side. So twisting to the right. Inhale here. We keep the hands on the head. On the exhale, you step it forward, turn the chest forward, and gaze up. So keep the lower abdominals inwards, gazing up. And folding all the way down, release the hands. Lift your chest, inhale. Left foot back to high lunge, exhale. Inhale, move up. And exhale, open up all the way to the side. Have your feet angled in more or less 45 degrees and lower the hips down to goddess pose. See if you want to readjust the heels, maybe bring them a bit more inwards. And then we bring the arms up, inhale. And exhale, goddess pose. 90 degrees in the elbows. We're going to do this 4 more times. Inhale, up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to hold our legs in goddess pose, but fold the upper body forward. Doesn't have to be parallel to the mat. See where you are comfortable. You can place the hands on top of the legs or move the arms in the same direction with the spine. One more breath, wherever you are. And we release to warrior two, breathing out. So change the alignment of the feet, front foot forward, back foot 90 degrees. Inhale here. And reverse the warrior. Front arm reaching up. And exhale, we release down to puppy pose. Drop the knees down, stack hips and knees, and walk the arms out. And exhale, release. Come high up onto the knees, tuck your toes, lock the hands, and then first turn the palms out, and then stick your butt backwards here. You can also lower the hips a little bit more towards the heels. So we want to arch our spine here and really pull the hands back. Breathing in space in the upper back. And breathing out, releasing to a downward facing dog. Couple of breaths in our downward dog. And then bring the left leg all the way up. And step the foot forward, high lunge. Exhale. Bring the arms up. Deep breath in. And then step it forward, breathing out. Switch that front leg, the right leg, all the way to the left side, hands to head, and twist to the right. Inhale. Release your twist, keep the hands here, and then take a big step with the right foot backwards. Exhale, twist to the left. Still in the high lunge, hands to head. Deep breath in. Step it to the front, both feet down, breathing out. Inhale, look up. And exhale, release the arms. Halfway up, inhale. Right foot back, high lunge, exhale. Deep breath in. And goddess legs, breathing out. Inhale up. And exhale, lower. Inhale up. And exhale. Two more. Inhale up. Keep your tailbone inwards. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. And exhale, lower. Hold still in the goddess legs. Keep your arms here. See if you want to lock the hands behind and fold the chest more towards the front. Keep the crown and the tailbone in the same line, so don't collapse into the head. And then see if you want to move the hands a bit away from the hips. Keep breathing space in between the vertebrae. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Reverse the warrior. Exhale. And exhale, we release. Step it to the front of your mat, back to chair pose. Shift your weight into the toes and lift the heels, slowly moving up. And start lowering the hips down towards the heels. Balancing the weight and increasing the strength of our ankle joints. And exhale, come to seated. Bring the hands on top of the knees. And then see if you can bring the hands towards the toes. Now we're going to do a variation of the boat pose. So from here, you first activate the core and push your chest towards the upper legs. And then see if you can lift one leg. If you want to have more balance, you If you brought the right foot up, you bring the left hand behind you. If you brought the left foot up, you bring the right hand behind you for a bit more support. Last breath. And switch position, breathing out. And then bring the feet back in the same line. See if you can bring the shin bones parallel to the mat. Maybe you want to hold on to the inside of the knees or bring the arms to the side or bring them wide to the side. Maybe bring them up. Last breath. And breathing out, you bring your feet as wide as the mat and come to a fold. So you try to bring the upper body in between the knees and relax your head and neck. Think back to your intention. And then come out of your fold. Bring the knees, the feet and the knees together. Now we're coming into a seated twist here, so we're gonna lengthen the crown upwards and then bring that right arm to the outside of the left knee and the left hand backwards. So we opened up the chest to the left. Try bringing the lower abdominals in, see if you can create more twisting space, but as always, respect the body's limits. If you feel tension anywhere, see if you can release the pose a bit and soften up. One more breath here. And then breathing out, move to the opposite side. Last breath. And we slowly release. Come lying down on your back. And we come to the revolved tree pose. So this is usually a standing pose. So we're gonna do the reclined version, meaning we're down on our back. So we're gonna have our right leg straight, right leg all the way straight, and then hold on to the left knee. And then allow that left hip to open up. It's okay if the foot and the knee are floating. And for a bit counterbalance here, you can bring the right arm to the right side. We're going to hold for about a minute or so. Last couple of breaths. And then move your knee back to center. Straighten the leg as much as feels comfortable for the hamstring. So it's okay if you have your knee a little bit bent here. And we're going to draw that leg towards the chest. So you can lock your hands behind, either holding on to the knee, the calf, or perhaps even the toes. But we're going for a hamstring stretch here. So we're going for a stretch on the back of the leg. If it feels better, you can bring the right foot up so the right knee is bent. And we release the leg. Bring the left leg all the way down and move to your tree pose, revolved tree pose on the right side, holding onto the right knee. Extend your left arm. And observe whether the breathing is still deep and from the belly moving up. Becoming mindful of our breath takes practice. We might even experience some resistance or agitation mentally when we try to focus. Just allow it to be there and keep breathing deeply. Allowing these thoughts and these emotions to come like waves. They're coming up and then they move back down. A couple of breaths more. And then bring the knee up to middle and draw that right leg towards you. Keep it as straight as feels comfortable right now. Keeping soft shoulders, so drawing from the hands. You can put your left foot down on the mat. Couple of more breaths. And we release the pose. You can hug the knees into your chest and then sway or make circles with the knees. And then place the arms next to the body. Bring both feet up and widen the legs just a little bit. See how far feels comfortable. For more support, you bring the hands underneath the hips. Keep deep breaths. We tend to hold our breath when we're engaging the abdominals. We need our body to stay oxygenated, especially when we're doing something intense physically. Trust that your body can hold the position. Trust yourself and your capacity. And think back to your intention. You can release the feet down to the mat, widen both arms, and then allow the knees to come down onto the left for a twist. For a deeper one, cross the top over the bottom leg. And release the lower back, softening the right hip. And then move both legs into the opposite direction. Last couple of breaths. And we release back to our little ball. Hug the knees tight into your chest. See if you want to move a bit here. And on your next exhalation, move to Shavasana. We're going to hold our Shavasana for a couple of minutes. See if you want to put on some extra clothes or cover up. And then allow your body and your mind and your breath to relax. stay with your body. Connect back to your tissue, your muscles, back to your breath. Back to your movement. Moving around the hands, the feet, wrists or ankles. Moving on to stretching from head to toe. And then roll onto the right side in a fetal pose. And from here, you can use your hands to come back to a seated position, where you place one hand on the chest and one on the belly. You allow the hands to be almost fluid with the movement of the body, letting it melt together with your skin. Think back to your intention. And remind yourself, I trust myself. When I look outside for confirmation, I know I can give this trust to myself. And from here, we take the 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. Deep breath in and release. In and release. Last one in and release. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you for joining me in your yoga practice. Namaste.